How to address the recipient of a consent letter.
Hey there! Welcome to this video where we'll discuss how to address the recipient of a consent letter. Whether you're writing a consent letter for a minor, a medical procedure, or any other purpose, it's essential to address the recipient correctly to ensure proper communication. In this video, we'll explore the best practices for addressing the recipient of a consent letter.
Understanding the context.
Before we dive into the specific ways to address the recipient, let's take a moment to consider the context in which the consent letter is being written. Depending on the situation, the recipient could be an individual, an organization, a medical professional, or someone else entirely. Understanding the context will help us choose the appropriate form of address.
Formal address.
In many cases, when writing a consent letter, a formal address is appropriate. This is especially true when dealing with professionals, organizations, or individuals whom you have little personal acquaintance with. In a formal setting, it is recommended to use respectful titles such as Mr., Mrs., Ms., or Dr. followed by the recipient's last name. For example, Dear Dr. Smith, or Dear Mr. Johnson.
Informal address.
Sometimes, a more informal address is suitable, particularly when the recipient is someone you are familiar with or have a casual relationship with. In such cases, you can use their first name preceded by Dear. For example, Dear Sarah or Dear John.
Specific situations.
Certain situations may call for specific ways of addressing the recipient of a consent letter. For instance, if you're addressing a government official, it is advisable to use their appropriate title, such as Honorable or Minister, followed by their last name. On the other hand, if you're writing a consent letter for a child's school-related matter, you may address the recipient as Principal, last name, or Teacher, last name. Addressing the recipient of a consent letter correctly is crucial to establish a professional and respectful tone. Remember to consider the context and choose the appropriate form of address, whether it's a formal or informal approach. By addressing the recipient correctly, you can ensure effective communication and create a positive impression. I hope this video has been helpful to you. If you have any further questions, feel free to ask. Good luck with your consent letter.